I can associate it with a related milestone, so I'm going to go with complete designs, decide to create it from a template, and choose my booking a location. Here now, when I enter my start date, and I'll go ahead and use today's date, it's going to go ahead and create my task list based on that pre-configured information, entering in all of those task titles, those start and end dates based on that information that I entered, as well as the details of the tasks that I had already populated into my template. So this is just a great way to reduce the amount of time that it takes to create a project. These are available globally so that all members are able to, who are able to create a task list, are able to benefit from that pre-work that was done to set these up. So some examples of the task list templates that we have and have seen users make use of are a book review process, design stages for a project, an onboarding process, as well as reporting steps. So pieces where it may be fairly obvious or clear, you can simplify and just put in place for your team to then make use of and grow from that. So it's really a seed to plant and allow your team to use and grow and benefit from. The next one are those custom fields. So what we're looking at here is the workspace properties for a project that have custom properties added to them, allowing for more meaningful searches and information. So these are the system ones, some of them that have been removed, but it's a way to organize the information around your project such that it is more telling. So this might be the metadata, something that is across all of your project, the information that is overarching and would be associated with every file, every interaction. This is the opportunity for you to customize that and then pull them back out in meaningful ways. So you can compare projects against each other using this information. And so it's not just a way to use what the system provides to you, but again, making your system work for you by creating those customized fields. The final area is member groups. So as you're working in the system, you may notice that there are always 4 or 5 people that you are sending notifications to. Chances are that also lines up with, say, a team, department, or just a project group. By creating these fractioned offshoots and creating explicit member groups, you're able to simplify the communication process as well as member addition process by reducing the amount of clicks that you need when selecting members. So from a long list of members, you can then select the 4 or 5 people, 10, 20, however many that may be, and create those canned groups so that it's easier to identify those people that you need to notify or subscribe a piece to. So the truly last section are those teeny tiny things, the really small, simple pieces that are available across the product that make everything easier. So some of those are cloning, drag and drop, and emailing in content, like we've mentioned. This just shows you a couple of the pieces that cloning is available across the product. You're able to clone workspaces, task lists, milestones, views, and more. And these are just ways where you can take what you've done already, make a carbon copy, and go from there. So whether it's needing to make simple changes in, say, a database view, you have your pre-configured template, but you want to configure it so that instead of Joe being able to look at the details, it's now Frank's specific configured database view. And so all you have to do is then change that one variable or that one piece of information, and you've created a whole new view. You don't have to go through the steps of creating the whole thing again. Drag and drop is an easy way to add files to the system without having to go through the upload, search for file process. Currently, that's available for browsers that support HTML5, but can also be utilized if you make use of web folders. So if you are an Internet Explorer user, you'll want to use web folders to be able to do that. And then finally, emailing in content. Across the board, there are so many options for being able to email in files, tasks, creating discussions, that it's a way of not only sort of when you're working in your email and wanting to speed things up, but it's a way to reply and interact with the system. So that's the end of what I have, and I want to open it up to questions. We have a couple minutes left. So if there are any questions about anything.
Cloning wiki pages.
Okay. Whether it can be done or how to do it. So right now, a wiki page can actually not be cloned, but the way I recommend doing that is a wiki page actually has an HTML mode to it. So you're able to simply copy all of the content that is on your wiki page by copying all the HTML, going to a new wiki page, and pasting that in HTML mode, and you've cloned that wiki page. Right now it's not built into the system, but is the way to sort of shortcut that and replicate it. Any other questions? Well, thank you all for joining me today. It was a pleasure. And if you have any questions at any point, please feel free to stop me. So, thank you. Right. And I think we have a break now for a little bit. So I believe there'll be refreshments out in this next